Let us pray. Almighty God, we bow down before Thee in humble obedience and dependence. We pray Thee, grant us the grace to respect each other this day in all our consultations, that our deliberations today shall take place in the spirit of mutual trust, so that we as leaders shall lead our country on the path of peace and shall find solutions for issues and problems facing us. Grant us the mercy, O Lord, that we shall today also honor Thy name in all we think, do, and say. Almighty God, we pray Thee, bless our land and all its people. This all we pray in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Affirmation. I solemnly affirm that I will be faithful to the Republic of Namibia and its people, and I solemnly promise to uphold and defend the Constitution and laws of the Republic of Namibia to the best of my ability. Announcements. First, it's on the ruling on the admissibility of the motion without notice concerning the National Council. I think it was by Honorable Hengari. Honorable members, having considered the motion submitted by the Honorable member, I am of the view that the motion cannot be admitted in its current form. Firstly, the motion purports to be moved in terms of Rule 27 F and G, but Rule 27 of the Standing Rules deals with the responsibilities of the Speaker and contains no paragraph F or G. The motion is therefore procedurally misdirected. Secondly, the motion is presented as a motion without notice. However, the relief sought is substantive in nature, including the referral of matters to a committee, legislative review, and an independent inquiry. Such matters do not fall within the category of motions that may ordinarily be moved without notice and should be brought in compliance with the rules governing motions on notice. Thirdly, the ministerial statement that was delivered by the Deputy Minister for the responsible ministry to the House has already substantially addressed the governance, compliance, and procedural concerns relating to the National Youth Council and has indicated that investigations and corrective processes are underway. But the Honourable Member may, should she wish to do so, resubmit the matter in the form of a properly phrased substantive motion on notice in accordance with Rule 123 of the Standing Rules and Order. So the motion is not admitted in its current form, but the member is at liberty to bring it back again in a manner that conforms with the rules. Now, there was another ruling on motions for leave of absence under Rule 76. The presiding officer has considered the motions for leave of absence moved under Rule 124H, read with Rule 76 of the Standing Rules and Orders. Rule 76 requires that an application for leave of absence must state both the cause of absence and the period for which leave is sought. Granting leave on an indefinite basis would undermine the purpose of Rule 76 and may create uncertainty regarding compliance with Article 48(1)(e) of the Constitution. I therefore rule as follows. The motion in respect of Honorable Armas Amkoto, the cause of absence has been stated, that is Rule 76(1)(c). The member must attend urgent matters. However, the period is indicated as until further notice, which does not comply with Rule 76. Accordingly, the motion in respect of Honorable Amkoto is not compliant and must be amended to state a definite period before it may proceed. Now, in respect of Honorable Otili Haitota, the motion states both the cause of absence, that is Rule 76(1)(a), due to the member's illness, and a definite period, namely 23rd to 27 June 2026. I am therefore satisfied that the motion substantively complies with Rule 76. Honorable Member, if you have something to say, you will have to wait for me to finish ruling. Accordingly, unless if something is presented to the contrary of what is observed in the motion that was tabled, the motion in respect of the Honorable Member may proceed. That is now Honorable Haitota. Now motion in respect of Honorable Elvis Lizazi. The cause of absence has been stated, that is Rule 76(1)(d). The member is attending official business. However, the phrase "until further notice" fails to specify a definite period of absence. Accordingly, motion in respect of Honorable Lizazi is not compliant and must be amended before it may proceed. Now 4, motion in respect of Honorable Nelson Kalangula. The cause of absence has been stated, that is Rule 76(1)(d). Member is attending official business. However, the phrase "until further notice" does not satisfy the requirement to state the period of absence. Accordingly, motion in respect of this honorable member is not compliant and must be amended before it may proceed. Now, those are the rulings, but I see there is a request for the floor from Honorable Likando, and he now has the floor. Oh, okay, I'll give her the floor.
Honorable Speaker, I want to direct you to Rule 27, 1, 2.
On what point is Honorable Likando
I'm
rising?
going to my point.
Huh?
I'm going to my point now. I'm landing.
Yeah, no, I wanted to find...
What I'm trying to say, Honorable Speaker, it's a point of procedure.
Yeah.
That the Speaker should be fair in her ruling, because last week there was a motion that was tabled and we did not hear anything, any objection on that motion, where a member of this cabinet was reported to be sick. The motion was accepted that the member is sick, but the member was not sick. The member was attending to official duties. But that rule, I mean that motion has been accepted. And then now there are some sort of misquotations there. Because if you look at the motions that we handed, for Honorable Lizazi, it's different from my thought. Honorable Lizazi is attending to the family illness.
Okay,
but
Honorable Lizazi
is on official duties.
So Honorable Lizazi is what?
He's attending to the family member who is ill.
So it's agent.
His father.
So what is the type of leave that he's seeking?
The type of leave.
Yeah.
And also, before I proceed with the issue of Honorable Lizazi, we have never seen this in this parliament since we began last.
Yeah, Honorable Member. No. Honorable, let's work together, please. Let's try to understand one another. Yes. Honorable Member, hear me out. No. Hear me out. You see?
I did not even finish.
No. You don't have to finish. It doesn't help for you. Honorable Member, can you just hear out the presiding officer? Yeah. So I'm asking you to indicate, because you are saying there are misquotation on the courses. I just want you to indicate, in respect of Honorable Lizazi, the cause of absence is this.
761B, not the D.
Okay, 1B.
And my question is, why are we only beginning this now?
No.
Last year we've been tabling motions here of leave of absence, and it's only starting with us, as if we are the only party that have tabled motions of leave of absence.
Yeah, that is out of order, Honorable Member.
And according to...
Now, Honorable Member, take your seat. You have made your point. You have made... No, you don't have to finish, Honorable Member. No, Honorable Member, you are out of order. You are just quarreling. I want you to point out a shortcoming with something so that I can deal with it like I did now. So if there is another issue that is misquoted, just cite it. But to try and quarrel with the presiding officer, that is not going to be allowed. Yeah, no, you are wrong. This presiding officer has been requesting, especially you as a chief whip of your party, and you are always defiant. No, you are out of order. It's that kind of conduct. That makes your point not to go through. because you disrespect the rule. Now take your seat. Take your seat. Take your seat. There is no injustice. Just state the cause. These are the rules. It starts somewhere. Because if I don't do this, you won't stop. You have no regard for the rules or for the house. So you need me to do this before you can comply. Take your seat, honorable member. Just take your seat. Take your seat. No, the presiding officer may ask you to resume your seat even if you are not done. So take your seat, honorable member. No, take your seat. No. Yeah, Honorable Hengari, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I find it quite odd that, one, the fact that the motion without notice was actually tabled yesterday.
Honorable member, may I request you, I always want to request the members when they are rising, on what point are you rising, so
Point
that
of
we
order.
are clear.
On a point of order. and
No, there's no one
procedure.
on the floor.
Well, Speaker, the rules are very clear on points of orders and when they can be raised.
No.
The rule actually says a point
no,
of
no.
order may be raised at any point during the proceedings
Even
of the
if
House.
there is no one on the floor.
Yes, even yesterday
No,
members were
honorable
standing
member.
here without having other members on the floor.
Point
Speaker.
of order to do what?
On procedure.
Yeah, that's just a point of procedure then.
But Speaker, if the
proceed
Speaker wants
now.
to be the only member of Parliament in this House, please let us
Proceed
know.
now, madam. You like to argue too much.
My goodness. No, it's really
You like to
frustrating.
argue. It's also very concerning
No,
that
but
we
it's
have a
very
member
concerning that the presiding
who
officer
every
is always
day
arguing
argues
with us.
with the chair.
No,
You are arguing. You have no
I
respect
literally
for the
just took the
house.
floor to make my
You-
point.
you have
All
no
you could have
respect
done
for
as
the house.
presiding
Just
officer
make
is
your
to allow
point.
me to land my point
No,
and
no,
make
no,
the
no.
ruling.
Just comply
No,
with the
I
ruling
don't think
of the
that's correct.
presiding
Honorable
officer.
Speaker, really,
No,
please
no,
be
no, no.
corrected.
No.
I find it odd.
No, I feel
as I was
disrespected by
saying.
you also.
No, I don't
More than any
I would
other
never.
person.
If
No,
there's
you-
anybody that actually
you are
respects
doing
your
it
office.
right now.
No,
You are
but
doing
this
it.
is what you want.
You are doing
You
it
want
now.
to have
No,
a
that is what
dialogue?
you want
What?
from me.
No, but I was just making my point.
No, make
And
your
now you're
point.
turning it
What
into a
point of
dialogue.
procedure?
Really, Honorable Speaker.
What point of procedure? Just make it so that we'll hear
Shoot.
it. Yeah.
Wow.
Just make the point of procedure.
Like I was saying, Honorable Speaker, sure, I find it odd that a motion was moved yesterday without notice. It's not even in the minutes here. That's one. It should have been noted because it was tabled, and therefore it should also reflect in our records. Two, Honorable Speaker, there is no rule in our rule book that grants power to the presiding officer to not admit a motion, especially on motions without notices. I actually beg to differ on what just transpired. Third and finally, Honorable Speaker, it is unfair to assume, in fact, that the issues that are raised within the motion without notice were addressed by the Deputy Minister yesterday here. And that is exactly the point that we raised yesterday when the Deputy Minister delivered that statement on behalf of the Minister. There was actually no answer, no proper responses to the issues that were raised. They are not even similar issues. In terms of compliance, whether it's financial or just legal compliance to the Act. There were so many questions that members wanted to ask here yesterday. Before members could even take the floor, the Speaker just said, no, it's done. I'm not taking any more members. We're done with that chapter. We're moving
That's
on.
incorrect. Now you are just
doing-
arguing. You are not making a point of order.
I
You
can't
are just
argue with myself,
contesting the ruling
Honorable
of the
Speaker.
presiding officer.
It's impossible to do unless
You are
there's
just contesting the
there's some
ruling.
sort of ghost in front of me that I'm arguing with. I'm making my point.
No, you are just disrespecting the chair, unfortunately, in the House. There is a different way that you could raise your concern
It is really,
from what you
for
are
me,
doing
it
right
is really
now.
unfortunate that the Speaker feels that way. I don't ever, in my politics, in
No,
fact,
you
as a young
actually
person,
do.
I don't ever
You do
refer
and
to people's personalities. I don't
consistently
deal with
so.
personalities, Honorable
You
Speaker.
do that
All their
consistently
personal
to the
characters.
Speaker.
My job here is actually to deal with real business that
No,
concerns Namibian citizens.
No,
So
you
I
are
don't have a
disrespectful
personal
of the rules.
issue
Look at what you are doing now.
with any person or their character or personality. I just have an issue with the governance of this House.
No, you-
Truly,
you
Honorable
just
Speaker.
don't respect the
and,
rules.
and if we could have real answers, because now the Speaker anticipates or thought that the Deputy Minister's ministerial statement had provided answers, which it did not. And in any case, I really think that it's your ruling, so I will oblige and confine myself to that particular ruling. But I also believe that this House could be governed much better.
I also believe that you could behave much better. Yes, you are very disrespectful towards the chair in the House. And the main issue, yes, the main issue in regard to the motion is that the motion is supposed to be notified. That is the point. And you can proceed and give a notice to move that motion. I have indicated that in my ruling. So you have an opportunity to raise the issues you wanted to raise. Yes, Honorable Ampanda, on what point?
Speaker, I'm rising on a point of procedure, and this is really becoming concerning, Speaker. This is the third time I'm rising on issues of minutes. I just want to raise three things, Speaker, because you said we must point out the issues. You see, Speaker, you see in terms of the minutes, the question, it's clearly recorded that the question of Honorable Lucato was withdrawn by the mover. It's recorded. There was a motion by Honorable Shimi. It was moved and it was tabled. It was later withdrawn. It's not recorded in the minutes. The ruling that you just made now with regards to the motion of Honorable Hengari, there is not even record that the Speaker deferred the ruling on that. It's not appearing anywhere. You will see when you even come to these objections, it says Honorable Shifeta moved, seconded by Honorable Herunga, objection registered. It doesn't say by who. It seems that every time the record of members of SWAPO would be recorded in the minutes, and this has nothing to do with the Speaker. It will be recorded, but our issues don't feature in the minutes. If these minutes are for SWAPO, the Secretariat must tell us that these things are for SWAPO. We cannot be standing up every time raising these material issues. You see, I don't want to lose it, Speaker, because it seems that every time we are raising this issue, these are material, this is the record, this is the evidence. You will see even these minutes are written there. Oscar Muyatwa was not here yesterday. And it's just a mess that constantly, and we must just keep quiet about this whole thing. It's the same thing, even the ruling of the Speaker. Every ruling of the Speaker is material. Yes, it must be. Every ruling of the Speaker must be in the minutes. But if the ruling of the Speaker affects certain people, it will be recorded. But if it's not affecting, we don't want this table office to enter politics. Because if you enter politics, just write SWAPO minutes and give it to SWAPO. And at least I'm saying Speaker has nothing to do with it. I'm really saying this is the third time. We don't even, out of the thing, you can even rectify it and say, human beings can make mistakes. Until now, we still have the minutes that says Honorable Haitota, who was on maternity leave, breastfeeding a child, was voted in this House. We raised this issue. The minutes are not reflected. So these are the record of the Assembly. They are not corrected. So Speaker, really, we ask for your indulgence in these whole things. You see, I'm losing it. Because this cannot happen like that. It can't continue.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Ampanda. I think that's a significant point that is made. And it's noted, the Secretariat's attention is drawn to that, and they must take up this matter so that we confirm what is the accurate situation and rectify where there are shortcomings. Very good. Having said that, I now invite any messages. No, I think there's something else I was supposed to announce. There is something else I'm supposed to announce. It is the voting table. Yeah. Yesterday, the Secretariat counted the vote in respect to the motion that was notified by Honorable Shifeta, and they indicated that the number of MPs that were in favor of the motivation to be made of the motion was 36, and that those who were against were 24, and that there were 2 abstentions. So it was brought to my attention today that actually the number of those that were against was 25 and not 24. Yes. Yes. So that is the announcement that I have to make in that regard. Yes. Yes. I now invite any messages from the head of state, any petitions, reports of standing or select committees. Okay, is that the reports of standing or select committees? I see a list here. Honorable Venani, is that the report? Okay, Honorable Mulunga, are these reports? I have Honorable Mulunga, Honorable Venani, Honorable Mashindange, Honorable Nashinge, Honorable Kandorodu, Kangulu, Somaib. Is that the report? No. Okay. But you have registered, so how do I know? Yeah. Okay, other reports and papers? Okay, notices of questions? Is this what the list is about now? Yeah, because now I don't know. Yeah? The first one now at the top, I think, was Honorable Mwashindange, because Honorable Venani said his is oral. Is that the question? Yes. Okay, you now have the floor.
I give notice that on Thursday, the 25th of June 2026, I shall ask the Honorable Erika Shafuda, the Minister of Finance, the following. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members, the present report indicated that 18 executive and managers of the Namibia Airport Company, a state-owned enterprise, acquired company-owned vehicles through a board-approved scheme after allegedly paying 5,000 each to transfer ownership of their vehicles into their personal names. Given that the current economic challenges facing our country and the need of upholding the highest standard of integrity in public institutions, it is important that the public receives full clarity regarding the disposal of assets belonging to them. Against that background, I wish to ask the Honorable Minister the following questions. Number one, did the Ministry approve the vehicle disposal scheme implemented by the Namibian Airport Company? Two, what criteria were used to determine the valuation of the vehicles, and was there any independent valuation conducted prior to the disposal? Number three, was there any VAT paid to the state at the transfer of the V8 and the V6? And what revenue accrued to the Namibian Airport Company from these transactions? Four, is there any investigation, audit, or review that has been initiated or will be initiated into the disposal process? And if so, when will the findings be made public? Number five, and the last one, what measures is the Ministry intending to implement to strengthen compliance and accountability and governance in state-owned enterprises to prevent any abuse of public assets going forward? I so submit, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Mwashindange, I just want to recall again, to whom is the question directed? To the Minister of Finance or the Minister responsible for airport company?
No. Finance.
Oh, why?
Yes. Why?
Because I thought the rules are saying, I don't think actually the rules are saying members may ask questions to ministers on issues related to the ministries they are responsible for.
No, if I may explain. Speaker?
Yes.
May I? No, thank you. No, the questions, I'm well aware of the rule. Why I directed the question to the Minister of Finance is because I'm asking really the financial implications, and also the oversight arm of the Minister of Finance in as far as the governance issues that I'm asking are concerned. So it's really in that line that I asked the questions to the Minister of Finance.
Okay, Honorable Member, can I kindly advise you and all the other members that in terms of the rules, the accountability of ministers is for their ministries. You see, if something happens at the Ministry of Health and it has financial implications, the Minister of Health must answer.
No, but
Yes, just to use an example, So we cannot say because the issue of a financial nature, even if it happens in this ministry, the Minister of Finance must respond. I'm just advising, I'm not starting a debate. No, honorable members, it's not right to do that. The rules are saying, Honorable Mwashindage, may you please just take a seat for a moment?
I'm being very nice.
Yeah, I know. Please just sit down. Let me finish, make the ruling. And this is not only to you. I just want to advise the members. Where is the point on questions? You see, even the Constitution.
We know the rule.
The Constitution says, Honorable Mwashindange, let's not hinder each other's. Honorable Mwashindange, the Constitution says the ministers are responsible for their ministries and the parastatal in their sectors. The ministers, the line ministers are responsible individually to the president, and collectively as a cabinet and individually to parliament. So I just want to advise. I know that we are not trying to provoke any situation. I'm just advising you. And it is not difficult for you to just change that question and direct it to the correct minister. Because even if you table it that way, I personally, as a presiding officer, will not compel a minister to answer questions that on issues that happened in another ministry. So if you insist you want to send those questions to a certain address, you may not get that question in force for answering. So I'm just advising you. Yeah. Yes, please.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much for that kind advice. Thank you so much. I will in fact change the question to direct it to the Honorable Minister of Transport and those nicknames. The other thing, Honorable Speaker, while I'm accepting the ruling of the Speaker, I want to implore the Speaker to have the same vigilance and to have the same kind, help. Yesterday in this assembly, the Honorable Speaker allowed a motion for a leave of absence to be given to a member. Since yesterday, the member who was here, and the Speaker didn't see anything wrong with it. She did not even rule. She just, kindly advised, she just kept quiet as if she's not seeing. But every time, any single mistake, the Speaker is kind enough to see the mistakes. I just want, Honorable Speaker, to really, ask you to be kind enough to each and everybody so that you extend the same courtesy and the same help to the Honorable House. I so submit. But I shall change it. In fact, I changed it already to the Honorable Nekundi.
My assurance that I don't go out of my way to rule differently on the same principles. Can we agree that we don't jeer honorable members? Please differentiate between the person you disrespect and the institution we must respect. Yeah, you cannot ask a certain treatment and you don't extend the same treatment to other people. You don't need to do that. So not you, Honorable Mwashindange, I'm just responding to you. And I just want to assure you that where there was an oversight, as the oversight that was pointed out by Honorable Ampanda, you are free to just ask for a point of procedure or whatever and draw the attention of the presiding officer to the matter. Because there are no benefits that accrue to the Speaker from, not correcting a person to direct a question to the correct address. There is none, really. So thank you very much for your understanding. Now, in regard to the leave of absence of the Deputy Minister of Agriculture, I recall that was withdrawn when the matter was brought to our attention. Although I did make that comment to say there is no harm done. But here I raise the issue because there can be harm. Because the minister can simply just say, this matter is not, under my responsibility. And then the members of the public who wanted an answer to that question will be frustrated. So that is harm. So I just wanted to say that. Now, Honorable Nashinge, or you have changed it? Okay, so now it is to Honorable Minister of Works and Transport. You may table it. Yes, that's allowed under the rules. that the presiding officer can require a member to amend something. And yes, very good. Honorable Nashinge.
Yeah, my day is spoiled. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Good afternoon. I give notice that on the 2nd of July this year, I shall be asking the Honorable Minister of Home Affairs, Safety and Security the following. After the launch of the National Cyber Security Incident Management Guidelines on the 29th of April 2026 by the Minister of ICT, the country has now a roadmap for reporting and coordinating responses to cyber incidences. However, it must be noted that Namibia does not have a dedicated cybercrime act. In the absence of such legislation, law enforcement agencies, including the Namibian Police Force, operate without clear statutory framework to investigate, prosecute, and dismantle cyber criminal networks. I therefore ask, will the Honourable Minister provide a comprehensive audit and breakdown of the NAMPO current operational capacity regarding digital forensic investigations as well as drug and cyber surveillance capabilities? 2, would the Honourable Minister elaborate on the status, scalability and technical capacity of Namibia's sovereign digital forensic infrastructure, detailing how the Ministry ensure that sensitive forensic data and network intelligence are processed and stored securely within our borders? Final, given that NAMPO cybercrime unit operates as a reactive entity, what is the Ministry's overarching strategy to transition NAMPO into a proactive force? I so submit.
Question? Honorable Kanguru? Okay, agent oral. Honorable Somai? Oral. Honorable Kanderodu?
Yeah, thank you, Speaker. I hereby give notice that on 25th June, I shall ask the Minister of Justice, Labour Relations, Honorable Philemon Emmanuel, the following questions. Honorable Minister, there is a national concern from the security guards, particularly employed by the companies contracted to look after government properties through the various line ministries and parastatals. It has come to my attention that those companies with security tenders are not adhering to minimum wage for security guards as agreed upon by the relevant stakeholders. Furthermore, the security guards are also experiencing delay in payment up to 3 to 4 months with no payment at all while they are on duty. The latest wage order indicated that as of January 2026, security guards will receive a minimum wage of $16 per hour. The Ministry has also stated that employees who fail to comply with minimum wage requirement will face enforcement action and even exclusion from government tenders. However, all this is in vain as companies continue to employ the security guards and continue to get more bids from government because there is no mechanism to prevent them from doing what they wish to do. What immediate step will the Ministry take to investigate and ensure compliance with Namibia labor law, including fair remuneration and working conditions? When will the Ministry visit all the government ministries and parastatals to determine how security guards are paid and labor-related issues they have and make it public? When will the Ministry start to issue a good standing labor certificate for those companies that start to comply with minimum wage for security guards and to force them to comply with labor law? Will the Ministry consider blacklisting or penalizing contractors found to be violating labor laws in order to be excluded from the bidding process? Will the Ministry establish confidential reporting mechanisms specifically for contracted workers in government facilities. I so submit.
Yes, please table the questions. Yes, Honorable Mulunga.
Agent oral.
Okay. Honorable Lucato.
My relative sister, Honorable Speaker, leaders of various political parties, and members of Parliament. Today, Wednesday, 24 June 2026, I hereby give notice that on Thursday, 2nd July 2026, I shall ask the Minister of Higher Education, Innovation, Youth, Sports, Arts and Culture, my relative sister, Honorable Sanet Stenka, the following questions. It is observed that under the current education system, many learners who do not progress beyond grade 9, 10, and 11 are encouraged to enroll to the vocational institution. First question, can the Honorable Minister explain why vocational training institutions no longer provide toolboxes or starter equipments to graduates upon completion of their training programs? Number two, what measures has the ministry taken to ensure that the vocational graduates are equipped with the necessary tools and resources to establish themselves in self-employment or small business? Number three, is the ministry aware that many employers, particularly in the mining and industrial sectors, continue to require grade 12 as a minimum qualifications, thereby limiting employment opportunities for vocational graduates who enter training after grade 9, 10, and 11? The second to last, what consultation have been undertaken between the ministry, vocational institutions, and the industry stakeholders to ensure that the vocational qualifications are recognized and accepted? The last one, what measures is the ministry implementing to ensure that the learners who pursue vocational education are not disadvantaged? I so submit, Honorable Speaker.
Table the question. Yes, Honorable Ehub.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I hereby give notice that on Thursday, 2nd July 2026, I shall ask the Right Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Elijah Ngurare, the following. Honorable Prime Minister, there is a growing concern regarding persistent and unwarranted delays in the settlement of payments owed to government, contractors and service providers for work duly completed and certified. In many instances, payments remain outstanding for periods exceeding 6 months, placing severe strain on the financial viability of local contractors, particularly small and medium enterprises. These delays have far-reaching consequences. Contractors are increasingly unable to meet payroll obligations, honor commitment to suppliers and subcontractors, or maintain operational cash flows without payment for extended periods. Furthermore, prolonged non-payment often gives rise to contractual claims for interest, damages, extension of time, cost escalations, untimely increasing in the overall cost of public projects and placing additional pressure on the national fiscus. Honorable Prime Minister, there's also a growing perception within the construction sector that government payment processes are unpredictable and unreliable, resulting in declining confidence among businesses seeking to participate in public procurement processes. Disturbingly, allegations have also surfaced that some contractors are being solicited for improper payment or inducement in order to expedite the processing of legitimate invoices. I therefore ask the following. What is the current value of outstanding payments for work certified complete owed by government to contractors and service providers across all offices, ministries, agencies, and state-owned enterprises? Can the Right Honourable Prime Minister provide a firm commitment and a time frame within which these outstanding payments can be settled? What measures are being implemented to ensure that the project approvals, procurement commitments, budget allocations, and cash flow management are strategically aligned to prevent the accumulation of unpaid invoices and the associated escalation of project costs? What specific interventions are being undertaken to investigate and address allegations of corruption, undue influence, or solicitation of payments in the processing of contractor invoices? What reforms will government introduce to guarantee timely payment of contractors and restore confidence in the state as a credible and reliable contracting partner? I so submit.
Please take the questions. Yes, I will now give the last two on written notices, Honorable Mbundu and Honorable Fries, on time extension.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I gave notice that on Thursday, the 2nd of July, 2026, I shall ask the Honorable Minister of Works and Transport, Honorable Rico Nekundi, the following. Honorable Speaker, this House is confronted with growing tension between enforcement of transporting law and social economy. Reality on the ground, while the law is clear that the passenger transport for the ward require proper authorization, the practical environment it may in many of our towns reflect a different reality where long permit processing delays, high unemployment, and limited transport coverage have driven many citizens into informal operation for survival. The objective of law should not only be punishment, but orderly regulation, public safety, and inclusion into formal economy, where systems are backlogged or inaccessible. Purely punitive approach risk deepening informality rather than solving it. It is with this context that considerations of being thought of a temporal regularization window or compliance grace framework that would allow current operator to formalize their status within a defined period, where strengthening enforcement thereafter. Thus I ask question number 1, will the Honourable Minister consider introducing a temporal regularization window or compliance grace framework up to December 2026, allowing current operating informal tax operator to apply for permit and regularize their operations within immediate punitive enforcement in order to strengthen compliance and improve road safety regulation? Question 2, what immediate administrative reform is the ministry implementing to address the long permit approval delays currently experienced by applicants, some of which extend to 6 to 8 months, and what measurable timeline has been set to reduce this backlog? Final one, given the reality of unemployment and transport shortages in many communities, does the ministry acknowledge that current licensing procedure may be an international exclusionary, and what structural reform being considered to ensure that lawful entry into the tax industry is more accessible, affordable, and efficient? I so ask.
Yes, please table the question. Yes, Honourable Fries.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. I hereby give notice that on Thursday, the 2nd of July, 2026, I shall ask the Minister in the Presidency, Honourable Dr. Charles Mubita, the following. Natural resource beneficiation has been presented by the President and the government as a cornerstone of Namibia's economic transformation agenda. with promises of industrialization, job creation, and greater value addition from our natural resources. However, while these commitments have featured prominently in government's policy and pronouncements, many Namibians are yet to see clear evidence of measurable outcomes, defined targets, or tangible economic benefits. It is therefore important that Parliament receives clarity on the implementation, progress, and accountability mechanisms that supports this strategy. I therefore wish to ask the following. Number one, what are the specific and measurable beneficiation targets that government intends to achieve by 2030 in the mining, fisheries, and energy sectors? Question 2. Government has repeatedly linked beneficiation to employment creation. How many direct and indirect jobs does government expect the beneficiation strategy to generate by 2030? And what methodology was used to arrive at those projections? Question 3. As Namibia moves closer to becoming an oil-producing nation, what specific beneficiation opportunities does government intend to pursue within the petroleum value chain? 4. Beneficiation and industrialization require substantial energy resources. Does government believe that the current electricity generation capacity is sufficient to support its beneficiation objectives? And if not, what additional capacity is required? And the last question, how is government addressing infrastructure constraints relating to ports, railways, water supply, industrial parks, and logistics that are necessary for large-scale value addition? I so submit, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, please table the question. Yes, thank you. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 honorable members who have enlisted to ask agent oral questions. Please note that we have a maximum of 20 minutes to ask questions and to respond. Honorable Ampanda, you are on the list, or is it on another point?
Speaker, I'm rising in terms of Rule 129(3) to ask a question without notice to Honorable Shifeta.
Okay, so that is the agent oral question. You are number 2. The first one is Honorable Venani.
No, I just wanted you to have regards to that before I don't want to get in trouble later.
Maybe make it a point of something. It can't be a question under agent oral question because
Yes.
I'm forced to follow the list. Yes.
Yes, so obviously I'm rising obviously on procedure, Speaker. I just want us to be together. 129.
129.
Okay, maybe let me start here. We have an order paper.
Yeah.
The first order of the day is one by Honorable Shifeta. That one we've established as a matter of fact. Now, Rule 129, Speaker. Rule 129(3) says, and we have now established that Honorable Shifeta is on the order paper.
129?
Yes, 129 says, a member may also address a question without notice to another member or the chairperson of a committee relating to any bill or motion on the order paper of which the member or chairperson has charge. We've already established, Speaker, that Honorable Shifeta has charge in terms of the order paper.
Yes. Okay, so
the question therefore is...
Yeah, maybe you should continue to
Yes.
end so I can get what we are trying to say.
Yes, so we've already established that in terms of the Rule 129(3) says the member, which is myself, I can direct a question to another member who's on the order paper and has a motion to that effect. That we have established. So I want to establish from Honorable Shifeta 2 things. 1, does Honorable Shifeta have direct communication and instruction from the President? Number 2, does
Honorable Ampanda, on that one, I will have to ask you to wait for your turn.
For the
Because
oral?
You are just waiting for, because you are just asking an agent oral question.
Okay,
yeah,
so-
Honorable Shifeta has an item on the agenda, on the order paper. And if the honorable member wishes to query anything concerning that item that is on the agenda, the honorable member would have to wait for the member to motivate. So that then the member can ask a question.
No, just hold
now,
on.
honorable member, you are now disarguing.
Yeah.
Yeah, not honorable Ampanda, he did not argue at least. So let's just hear each other's out. I think in that context, that's why I said I want you to finish, so that I can understand what you are trying to say. But the context that you have made just now is not what is meant here. What is meant here is to say, if a member puts an item on the agenda and that item is asked up for discussion, then the members of the House may direct questions to that person. Yeah, but we cannot, if a person has given notice or to table something, under questions, through agent oral question, pose a question to that person. No,
So,
that's not how it works.
Speaker, if we just have regard to Rule 129,
Yes.
Rule 129 is under questions.
Yes.
It's under questions. And it starts,
Yes.
129. A member may address a question to a minister relating to da-da-da-da. The question to a minister, da-da-da-da, and goes there. So you have a question that you can ask to the minister, and you have a question that you can ask to another member who has charge on the motion of the order paper.
Yes.
So it has nothing, Speaker, it has nothing to do with actual discussion. It's speaking about an order paper. So you can have a question to another member who have charge on the order paper. So the provision here is under question. That's why I'm raising under questions.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem if, Speaker, if you are saying that I can wait under oral, I don't have a problem when it comes to that.
No. Now that we have
So
explained,
here,
yeah.
yes, here clearly what we needed to be able to do that. Once it's established that the matter is on the order paper and the member is there on the order paper, and you are given the right as a member in terms of 129.3, you can ask the question to that member. It's not to say that you will wait for the discussion there and then.
Yes.
So, Minister, you are out of order. The Speaker will tell you now. So, if you are saying I must deal with it at urgent oral, I can also do that. But I just didn't want to wait and then you say it's another.
Yes.
Unless if
Thank
the
you.
rule is problematic,
Yes.
they wrote it.
Yes, okay, let me answer. Honorable member, I get what you are saying, but the nature, as I have indicated later, the nature of the issue is this, that the Honorable Ampanda wants clarification in regard to the procedure that was followed to put that item on the agenda. That's practically what it amounts to. Yes, that's what I have heard. That's my interpretation now. Yeah, that's my interpretation, because in terms of the rules, the presiding officer must make rulings when the members raise issues, and the presiding officer will do so by interpreting the provisions of the rules and then citing them in making a ruling. So my take of this issue is that Honorable Ampanda has questions in regard to the procedure that was followed in putting this item on the agenda, on the order paper. I keep saying the agenda, on the order paper by Honorable Shifeta. And that question cannot be made under questions generally. That question can only be put at the time that we are discussing that item. So even if you had reason under agent oral question, once I get your question, I was still going to rule this way. Yeah, there is no way that the member can make a point of procedure and ask another member to explain a procedure under general questions when the issue that they have brought is not under discussion. That's really the challenge.
The procedure, I know it was unprocedural. That's not, I'm not even questioning. I know already it was unprocedural. But what I'm asking, Speaker, is this. It says that a member without notice. Remember, the rule says the questions must be notified. So there and then, when the debate is open, after he motivates, every member has the rules of under motion. When we come to that, the rule under motion is what is going to guide my contribution. But here is that the rules will not contemplate a situation like that. It says without notice to another member. So on motions is separate. Now the rule permits me to under questions to raise a question without notice to that particular member who have made himself available on the order paper. So in other words, when it says on the order paper, it means the order paper of the day. So that's why, Speaker, this whole matter is that the member must be able, he made himself available to be on the order paper. It's a procedural matter. That's why under question, he must be able to respond and simply just said, the president sent him a WhatsApp, he has the interview record, and that's all he has to say for him to move that motion.
Member, I have heard you. I have reflected on that issue, but I just come to the same conclusion, that it's not possible that we can take the platform of questions to query issues that are on the agenda paper, directing those queries to the members that have enlisted the items on the agenda. So you will have the opportunity to ask that question, but only when we come to that issue. Yeah, so I won't be able to give you the floor to deal with that issue now. And I want to implore us to please, like I say, we have 20 minutes. We have 20 minutes for agent oral questions. So I want to accommodate as many people on this list as possible. Yes, yes. Honorable members.
Speaker, with due respect, we have started this assembly today by you rectifying motions that were not done according to this book, the rules. So the rules 129 indicated, and it's very clear. I don't understand why at this point in time we just have to ignore it, but in other cases we have to compile and be compelled to obey to these rules. Let's quickly go to the definition of a notice. It's page 15, Speaker. Standing rules. It says notice.
Honorable Carola, don't go there because the honorable member is actually out of order. I'm just trying to be flexible.
Yes,
so don't even go there.
Okay. Honorable Speaker. 15, page 15. The notice means notification in writing is required in terms of these standing rules. So meaning when you give a notice, it means you need to write. But in this case, 129 says, a member may also address a question without notice to another member or the chairperson of a committee relating to any bill or motion on the order paper of which the member or chairperson has charge. This means that if Honorable Shifeta motivates, he will not be, the honorable member will not be able to ask questions anymore. He will only contribute. No more questions. But the rules are very clear. The rule says a notice of question.
Okay, thank you, honorable member. Please take your seat. Now you are actually out of order, but I wanted you to finish saying what you are saying so that I can respond. You see, you were out of order first and foremost because Rule 6 says, the Speaker may make rulings in applying and interpreting these standing rules, seasonal orders, or any directives or guidelines approved by the Standing Committee, and any presiding member may make a ruling on a point of order in any matter before the House. And in doing so, he or she must explain the reasons for the ruling, provided that he or she may instead submit the matter to the House for submission. And then 3, after the explanation, when the presiding officer is asked to explain, and he or she has done that, members must comply with the ruling made by the presiding members, and no discussion of any such ruling must be allowed. You see, I could have interrupted you right there because Honorable Ampanda has already queried the issue. And I gave him the floor twice. He queried the issues. I made a ruling. He came back again and raised a query. I took that to be a request for an explanation. So I responded again. So after that second response in terms of this rule, there can be no further discussions and definitely not in a format in which your intervention was made. I just really wanted you to be able to express what you have to say, but it is not compliant with the rules. my honorable sister, and I would not give you the floor on that matter anymore. The ruling has been made and the matter has been put to rest. Not you or any other person. Any person who comes can come on any other thing except this one. On any other thing except this one. So Honorable Angula, on any other thing except this one. No, the clarity is provided already, the matter is settled. On any other thing except this one. No, the rule says the explanation, the explanation has been given, honorable members. No, honorable members, really. Now the clock must start running on the questions, because I can see now that the purpose of limiting to 20 minutes and freezing the clock for us to do other things while we are pretending to be answering questions is really just violating the rule. So we must run the clock, Secretariat. Honorable members, I think that matter has been clarified. If the matters have concern, put it on the agenda so we can discuss it at the standing rules. You can put it on the... No, honorable member. Honorable Venani now has the floor.
So that we can... So that we can just get that, Speaker. Is it the content?
No.
I'm not debating a ruling. I'm just trying to say that in the implementation, because the ruling must then be implemented. Now, what does 129 then mean? And when do we... You have made your ruling, the way you have made it. So, having made the ruling that you have now made, where are we going to... Not the Honorable Ante. Honorable Ante, what is it? I don't know why mine is on. So Speaker, now, you have made the ruling that you have made.
What is it?
And we, of course, I don't agree, but I accept the ruling. So we must then be clear. So tomorrow when we come here, where are we going to apply? Where are we going to? When is 129.3 applicable?
Correct.
So that we know if it's not applicable now, or is it maybe it's okay unless, so I don't misunderstand you, unless the problem is the content of the question. Yeah, is it the content of the question that is ruled out of order, or when are we going to apply it?
Honorable members, I'm really concerned by the time that we are taking up. You see, because I can see that this is not an issue of clarity, it's an issue of difference of opinion. That's what I can get. Yeah, and now I see that there are honorable members that want to come in, but now I think that will just prolong the matter. You know, I have ordered that we are not going to freeze the time. So if we keep taking the floor on this issue, we may find ourselves with 5 minutes for urgent oral questions. And then it will be said the speaker just decided no urgent oral questions. I have offered that the members can go to the standing committee, those who differ with the interpretation on this matter, in line with the rules provision that says where there is a disagreement, the matter can be taken there. Then we can ventilate the issue. No, honorable members, Honorable Venani now has the floor. No further. There are 1, 2, 3 members, and I decline to give the floor on that issue. Yeah. No, urgent oral question, please, Honorable Venani.
Honorable Speaker, on a lighter note, I know that the Prime Minister is very well dressed today, traditionally, and I like the outfit, and I have a question for him. Right Honorable Prime Minister, together with the members of the ruling party, SWAPO, and especially those that call themselves ministers, hotshots. They call themselves ministers, and I'm very deliberate.
No, they are ministers.
Oh, they are ministers, okay. I give it to them, they are ministers. Honorable ministers, leaders of this country, why do you behave as if you are not the party in public office? The party charged with leading the country. I say this with a lot of disgust in many of you.
Honorable,
let me learn my question. This is a political house.
I'm just asking a question. How do you act like that, Honorable?
Well, I am.
No, wait, I'm asking you.
I am a very experienced politician.
No,
and I know how to make politics in this house.
Can
and I'm busy with it.
No, Honorable
Because if I
Member,
don't do it, we will not get the result that we want.
You are unnecessarily creating a fight.
No,
I just want
there
to
must
ask
be a
you.
fight. This is a house of fight.
No, I'm just asking you a question. What is the problem? Hear the question and then answer. How can you say when you are speaking, I shouldn't say anything, but you interrupt me from
Speaker, why are you arguing with everybody?
I just want to ask you a
Are
question.
you the only member of
Can
parliament?
I ask you a question, Honorable
Yes,
Member?
please.
Yeah.
Ask me a question.
Yes, that's all.
Under
that
which
I
rule
want.
are you asking me?
Yeah, I just want to ask you a question to
Yeah.
clarify. Are you asking a question to the Prime Minister? Are you asking a question to the ministers? Or you are addressing the ministers? I just want to have clarity.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm asking.
Why are you policing questions?
Don't police questions. I'm asking a question to the Right Honorable Prime Minister.
Very good.
Dr. Elia Shitunga Ngurare, leader of government business, responsible for the cohorts of ministers. This is the question. This country, Namibia, has never been a country of beggars. Listen very carefully. This country has a culture of not having our children begging on streets. It's our culture. In Namibia, we are not a country of beggars.
3 minutes.
Every child, every robot in this city, in the whole Namibia, you are seeing children as young as 4 years old begging. Under your watch. Under your watch. 4-year-old, 3-year-old children are begging every day on the streets. You told us you took these children to Angola, they somersaulted, they came back, and you can do nothing. Now, if you can't handle 4-year-olds, can you handle real issues of our country? Mungu anacho kunana, kwa anacho.
Are you done? Honorable members, do you want me? Do you want me to wait for you? Do you want me to wait for you to finish before I ask the Prime Minister to respond, or you want him to respond while you are chatting? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Right, Honorable Prime Minister, you have the floor.
Okay. To the
Yes, right, Honorable Prime Minister, you have the floor.
The experienced politician has asked only one question. Do we have the capacity to handle the matter at hand? The answer is yes. And that is the closure of the question. So we have the capacity. We have the capacity, because the honorable member only wanted to know whether we have the capacity, because you have actually narrated various instances that the two governments have been working and continue to work on this matter. So yes, we have the capacity and we are dealing with it. That part you didn't ask. Well, we are dealing with it. Honorable members, Honorable Speaker, you see, the honorable brother here, who is an experienced politician, I think he knows that the capacity of the government is there, except that he gave a little bit of Hollywood special effect to his anger, and then he was making a comment. No. I mean, it's a question that he could just ask and address in a manner that an experienced politician is. No, it's okay. It's okay. Look, there is nothing that cannot be discussed. There's nothing that cannot be answered. The point is, the capacity exists, and we are handling this matter. And we will handle it successfully.
Very good. Honorable Thomas, follow up. Okay, there is a follow-up question. Honorable wait, Honorable Thomas, there is a follow-up question from Honorable Venani. Not a long one.
Right Honorable Prime Minister, Speaker, we have a responsibility as parents, as leaders. Government, how long do you want to deal with this matter? And what is the hold-up even to put these children into one center? Who allows these kids to be out there? You are saying you are dealing with the matter. It's the fourth time that I've asked this question on the floor of this House. What is government going to do to remove those little kids as young as 4-year-old from the street? Just one line.
Yes, thank you. Okay, briefly, Honorable Prime Minister, to respond. We have 9 minutes now left of the urgent oral questions. Yeah. Okay, so Honorable Prime Minister, would you like to respond to what he said?
I think, Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Member actually alluded to it, that they were taken and they came back, and there are bilateral conversations underway on that matter. Now, it may sound as if, from the construction of your question, that there's no seriousness of it. There is seriousness to it because this is a bilateral issue, and that conversation is underway, is continuing, and we will be able to come back and present to you precisely what and how far we have come.
Yes, Honorable Thomas, or Honorable members, please understand the rules say when members ask to take the floor, Honorable members, the presiding officer must follow the list. Now I see some members are saying please, and the other member is ahead of the member on the list. I can't do that. So, and you can't follow up on another member's question. So Honorable Thomas has the floor.
Yes.
We have 8 minutes. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Member, good afternoon. I almost having the same sentiment, but I'm looking inside the country. I'm putting this question to the Right Honorable Prime Minister. Honorable Prime Minister, are you aware that there are Namibian children who are living in the location and somewhere who are exposed to the exploitations, who are even now, I don't know whether have been employed to collect water, and then they are given one skull of tombo. This is it's a minor children who are supposed to be in the school. Now, I just want to put this one from the constitution perspective. Our constitution.
Is it the Angolan children?
No.
Which one?
The Namibian children, the country children, in the location there.
Okay.
Now, the constitution in Article 15 say children are entitled to be protected from economic exploitation and shall not be employed in or required to perform work that is likely to be hazardous or to be interfere with their education. Children are supposed to go to school, not to carry the basket of water in order to be given something. Article 20. Yes, Article 20.
The Honourable Member, please summarize.
sub 3 say, children shall not be allowed to leave school until they have completed their primary education or have attained the age of 16 years. The children in the location of Namibia, including Vindu, they're in the locations. They are given tasks. They are not attending school.
Okay,
they are
can the
given
honorable
tasks to
member
collect
summarize,
water, and in return they are given something to drink, which is not right. I think, Honorable Minister, right, Prime Minister, what are you going to say about this? Children are there. Thank you.
Okay, Comrade, Honorable Prime Minister.
Honorable, can I talk?
Yes, please.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Bishop, there is no disagreement on what you have read, on what you have cited. I do not believe that there is anybody in this august house, as well as in the country, that does not have sympathy with what you are saying. Besides, many of us here are parents. So what we would want to see is precisely what you have said, precisely what the Constitution says. If there are children that are being exploited that way, that is wrong. And you would help us, both from the perspective of law enforcement, as well as the ministry responsible for the children, so that we can know, in fact, if there is an exploitation that is known, let's have it reported, because that is not the environment that we want our children to grow up in. I think all of us are also agreed, so too is the Constitution. Family is a basic unit, and we would like to see stronger families that would be able to take care of their children. And that is where we start. Now, I mention Bishop deliberately because as a servant of God, certainly you will be much better, well placed to assist us in that process. And you can take it from us. We support what you are saying, but let's work on that together. And I don't think, honorable members, we should make this as a ball from this side to that side, insofar as it involves our children. Let's work together. Let's point out where that correction must be made, but it is a collective responsibility, including Munaina here. We need to do it together. So, and success will only come when we work together. So, my esteemed senior bishop, the children are our future, the children are our present, the children are the pathways that will take Namibia to greater heights, and so too Africa. Thank you very much.
Honorable Kanguru. Honorable Kanguru. Can we quickly just take these questions and be done with questions before we go for break?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mine is to my counterpart, Minister of Defense, related to the veterans. I think more or less to the underestimate of the capacities that Honorable Menani is likely to indicate. Veterans, the liberation struggle, your comrades, they are still in the vicinities of that beautiful building opposite the dilapidated hospital of Katutura. But even during this very harsh weather, I respect you, Honorable Minister, and that you know. Not simply because perhaps I just like the way you work, but you truly demonstrate leadership that is required. But why are you failing to get yourself behind that building and to speak to those people of yours? They are on their own.
Honorable member, can you summarize, please?
They never experienced such a harsh situation, even when they were in Kwanza Zone. But they are getting to experience that when they are in there, the free and independent Namibia, that they hardly fought for. Can you, last time I said, Honorable Minister, if you are scared perhaps to go there in a situation like what happened in Swako, I'm available to accompany you to make sure that the case is preserved. The second one.
Honorable, no, you ask only one question. There is only 1 minute
No,
to answer.
a quick one.
No.
Two in one.
Remember,
It's a
you
quick
ask
one.
only one question.
A quick one, Speaker.
No, time, look at the time. Time. Yeah. Sorry, we must comply. Yes, Minister, can you please respond? I don't know what. Stop what?
Honorable
There is
Speaker.
a time in the rule. It says 20 minutes.
Colleagues, Honorable
So I should
Hashim
violate
now,
it.
I want to
What
respond.
kind of leadership is this?
Yes, thank you, Honorable Kanguru, for the question. Those colleagues, compatriots, many of whom who shared the hardship in exile, are there. They are there, and they have stated very clear that they are there, but they have clearly made it open that their fight is not with the veteran ministry or anything with the GRN. They have said it very clearly. So, and as far as our commitment to them is concerned, they continue to receive what they are entitled to, all of them. Nothing is deprived of them because they are there. Our Secretary General spoke to them. They were, I have only one Secretary General of the SWAPO party.
Yeah.
So I thought you know about this. It's the UN Secretary General. No. The UN Secretary General is not my Secretary General. It's the Secretary General of the United Nations.
Yes.
So therefore, if ever they express the wish that we see them on a specific issue related to the mandate I have, I'm available. But to go and discuss issues related to the United Nations, I'm not competent to discuss those things because it has nothing to do with us. It has something to do with, and as far as I am concerned, I was witness to the meeting they had with the Secretary General of the party and the representative of the United Nations. What is it that they want further? It's something else. I have no idea what it is. And for me, left to me, if they have issues with us as a Ministry of Defense and Veterans Affairs, they can say so clearly. But as I have said it, we meet their obligations on a monthly basis towards them. So I have no further to say about that.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Member. Unfortunately, the rules say there is 20 minutes given for urgent oral questions. The rules, no, but the time has lapsed, Honorable Member. So we will now rise for a break of 20 minutes. May you please take our seats? Okay. Now we proceed with the, yes. What point is that one?
To your attention, you will discover that in this so-called alleged minutes.
Who? The what?
Yeah, on the so-called minutes.
No, they are not so-called. They are minutes, Honorable Member.
Are they? So, if you look at number 7, and it validates because I just picked it up now. If you look at number 7, that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Sharonis Bush from 23 to 25 of June while on official business in terms of Rule 124 read with 76 1A. Now that 1A is illness and it was agreed to.
Yes.
Now the second one for Honorable Haitota, who's also on the same visit to the oil unit in the office of the president. Again,
Wait,
76, 1A, which is illness, but this one is declined. One illness while on official business for Sharonis Bush is agreed to. The other illness of another member is not agreed to. So something is just...
Honorable Member, you can see very clearly that if that is correct, because I'm not looking at the rule now, if that is correct that the numbering you are citing are illnesses while the person is said to be on official duty, these are editorial matters. And I would just like the Secretariat to address them.
What I'm saying, well and good Speaker, what I'm saying is material is this, not just that, is that it's the same. It's not just editorial, it's the same, because the result of one...
I note that.
Yes.
So I note that. I'm saying they are editorial if that is what we are saying, because there can be no logic. First, a person who, you may take your seat, first a person who is on duty cannot be excused on the basis of illness. So that is just the editorial. So, but thank you for raising them because they are material.
Yes, what I'm saying, yes, is the editorial one, but 2 is material because the second one in number 8 led to a disqualification. It was sent
that's
back.
beside the point.
Yes.
The fact is that this is not accurate. Whether it was the only one or there are others that are treated differently.
So then the 7 must also be rectified then.
No, we will check to see if that's why I'm saying we will ask the Secretariat to note and address the issue so that we can correct them and they are an accurate reflection. So if this is simply a matter of a person is on official duty but they are reported as sick, that's inaccurate. The records must be corrected. It's really just editorial. Yeah, but it's an important point you have raised and it's noted, and I hope that it's not only to be corrected, that the recording would look at these issues. Yes, Honorable Likanda.
The leave motions that we tabled, they are wrongly recorded. So I just want to ask the Honorable Speaker maybe to reverse the ruling because the Speaker ruled on incorrect information. Thank you.
No, Honorable Member, I have already made the ruling on the point that you raised, and I have noted it. I have given it to the Secretariat for verification. So if it is found that it was an error, it will be rectified. But if it is a case that a member has asked for leave indefinitely without a time frame, it will not be admitted. Yeah, Honorable Nashinge.
Yeah, Honorable Speaker, mine is also privilege and perhaps procedural. Last week, when the leave for Honorable Kapofi, Honorable Minister of Mines and Energy was presented, loudly so, the one for Minister of Mines was read and said he is not feeling well. I just wanted to find out, as a speaker, are you saying you didn't know that he was not sick but on his way to Tanzania or in Tanzania? And also, the magnifier to find these faults, is it only on some names and not all of us as members of this house? I just wanted to get an answer on that.
No, the rules are consistently applied, and that is one. Secondly, the ruling is made on the basis of the information that is provided. Only if the presiding officer of their own accord or when the attention is drawn to a fact of omission or inaccurate presentation would the presiding officer be able to raise that issue. And I think I have addressed that matter already. Now, we proceed with notices of motions. Honorable Lukato.
Honorable Speaker, Member of Parliament, today, Wednesday, 24 June 2026, I hereby give notice that on Wednesday, 1 July 2026, I shall move that this August House discuss and agrees to table the motion, the establishment of more border posts, checkpoints, a bridge in Zambezi region in the following areas. That's Irinyanti, alongside Namibia, Botswana, between Sibinda village and the Masita village. I so move, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, please table the motion. Yes, Honorable Cooper.
Honorable Speaker, I move without notice, in terms of Rule 124H, read together with Rule 76(1)D of the Standing Rules, Orders and Internal Arrangements of the National Assembly, that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Erika Shafuta and Honorable Dr. Sanet Steenkamp from 24 to 25th June 2026, and to Honorable Philippus Vito Catamelo from 30th of June to the 2nd of July 2026, while on official business. I further move without notice, in terms of Rule 124H, read together with Rule 76(1)A of the Standing Rules, Orders and Internal Arrangements of the National Assembly, that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Natangwe Ifete and Honorable Martha Itope from 24 to 25 June 2026, and to Honorable Feni Nanieni on 25 June 2026, and from 30 June to 2 July 2026, due to illness. I so move, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Kandoradu.
Yeah, thank you, Speaker. Before I come to my motion, just on the point of procedure. All these motions that we are giving, when are they going to be discussed? Looking at the thickness of this document, the order paper, will they ever be, or will they ever see the light of the day? What are mechanisms are in place in order to reduce the motions so that we can tackle those that we have moved or notified as early as last year that haven't been attended to? Before ask the question, why are we going on recess in your
Comply with the rules. Yes, proceed, Honorable Member.
Okay. So on that note, I think this will be my very last notice of motion until otherwise. I hereby give notice that on the 2nd July 2026, I shall move a motion that this August House discuss the following motion: that the House discuss a universal minimum wage and benefit for short and long distance drivers and retail workers. The national minimum wage and benefit is very crucial for these sectors that is generally overlooked, while they play a critical role in the transportation of goods and the functioning of the national economy and making sure we are served as per our wishes and aspirations. These two sectors are reportedly subjected to low wage, excessive working hours, and poor working conditions. Such condition may be inconsistent with the provision of the Labour Act 2027, particularly with regard to the fair remuneration, maximum working hours, and occupational health and safety standards, including benefits such as pension, medical aids, and any other benefit added to have each and every employees. They need to be acknowledged that the transport and logistics sector is essential to Namibia economic growth, regional trade, and supply chain stabilities. Recognize that other jurisdictions have implemented stricter regulations on driver working hours, rest period, and minimum wage protections to safeguard both workers and the public. For the retail workers, this sector is crucial on our society, but is overlooked as they work under crucial working environment and continue to operate during public holidays and after hours while the rest of the people are resting, but they are there making sure our ends are met. I therefore move that this House discuss the motion and refer it to the relevant parliamentary committee and engage with the affected stakeholders and report back to Parliament for approval and endorsement.
Yes, Honorable Shimi.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I give notice that
Honorable
on
member,
Tuesday.
one moment. What is it, Honorable Nashinge? What point?
Honorable Speaker, I just wanted to bring the issue of procedural to your rules to your attention. Honorable April is wearing an Alaska jacket with a t-shirt, and Honorable Balot is wearing techies.
So it's not parliamentary.
Is that parliamentary?
Yes, honorable members, we have a dressing code and I have put it to the chief whips. All the chief whips, I am looking around here and I see that there is no compliance.
You are going to apologize.
No, honorable members, all the members who are not in...
You want to apologize again?
No. Honorable Shimi, proceed. And honorable members, Honorable Nashinge, point of order is not correctly used when it's used that way. Honorable member, you cannot disrupt a member.
Sergeant at Arms.
You are also disrespecting the chair. Yeah, Honorable Ipungu, please continue.
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Ipungu may continue, please.
Honorable Speaker. Why? Do I have the floor?
Honorable Ipungu,
Honorable Speaker, do I have the floor?
Yes, please, you can continue.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I give notice that on Tuesday, the 30th of June, 2026, I shall move that this House discusses the need to scale up support to emerging farmers.
No, don't start
Honorable
because we are
Speaker,
making noise.
Honorable Speaker, just a bit of a preface
No more
to this
repeating.
motion. Farming is a backbone of the Namibian economy. The sector accounts for a significant share of total employment and export earnings of the country. A large majority of the farmers are in the communal areas, some north of the red line others south of the line. Those who farm north of the red line, where the majority of livestock is found, need improved access to lucrative markets. Government has endeavored to solve this problem by creating the Equalization Fund, securing markets in the rest of Africa and the Middle East, etc. Their counterparts south of the red line sell young animals that are exported on hoof to neighboring countries, especially South Africa, instead of selling fully grown animals to capture a bigger part of the value chain. This is not only denying farmers better incomes, but also deprives local abattoirs sufficient throughput needed to sustain local processing activities and employment creation. I therefore move, Honorable Speaker, that this House discusses immediate measures to be undertaken to support communal farmers north of the red line, while long-term measures to move the red line are being implemented. 1. Second, to support needed, or the House discusses the support needed by emerging farmers south of the red line to be able to capture much of the livestock value chain and sell directly to local abattoirs. I further move that this motion be referred to the relevant Parliamentary Standing Committee for further investigation and report. I so move, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, please table the motion, Honorable Member. Yes. Honorable Ngifikwa.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I hereby move without notice that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Otili Haitota from the 23rd to 27th of June 2026 while on official business in terms of Rule 124H, read together with Rule 76(1)D of the Standing Rules, Orders and Internal Arrangements. I so move.
Very good. Table the motion, Honorable Member. Honorable, yes, right, Honorable Prime Minister. No.
Point of privilege. Sorry, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members. It's just guidance. Honorable Kandorodu hinted at it. Now, when we hear some of, I think, salient and important points being raised in the questions, and I know, Honorable Speaker, you have spoken to this matter, time without number, as African movies will have it. Now, there was one particular question raised by Honorable Eho, and it relates to what he has said, but it's also something that we from this side have not too long ago discussed. That is now the executive. So do we keep quiet and wait until the whole green book is finished? Or is there any avenue where we can perhaps talk to each other and perhaps inform the honorable member? I'm saying him today, but tomorrow can be another person. Because practically it will be impossible that we would answer these questions. I'm just saying, Honorable Speaker, just a guidance, because otherwise it will just become questions which we know they will not be answered. So,
yeah, oh no, thank you. Prime Minister may take your seat. Thank you. You have made your point. But like you said, I have addressed this issue several times. But the MPs are unwilling to resolve the issue. But I know that Honorable Kandorodo has been consistent in raising that concern. And also to his credit, when the presiding officer made an attempt to suggest a solution, he was also accommodating of that proposal. But unfortunately, that proposal was not accepted. So the only thing that I can say is, the more this concern is repeated, I am comforted to think that it means this problem is becoming more and more obvious to everyone, and that eventually we will get to a point where we will reach a consensus on the need to address the problem. Because I believe that maybe at that time, when the presiding officer was raising the issue, it was seen as a form of attempt by the presiding officer to stifle the members to not do this, that, and the other one. So every time I make an effort, there is a jeering. People respond in a chorus from their seats, no. You see, at one point I even said, can we take this matter to chief whips? Yeah, and it was not entertained. So I will allow the members to come with a proposal. Yeah, they will come with a proposal and we will look at it. But please let us allow the members to now move the motions. Honorable Hushono is the next one on the list. You see?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. May I ask you, please, before I do my motion?
I beg your pardon?
A member of this August House was shouting that IPC has only one blue suit.
Honorable member, what I missed what you said. What did you say?
Okay, may I continue? An
No,
honorable
you
member of this
take
House.
the floor to move a notice. I didn't hear what it is we were
Before I
saying.
move my motion, may I say something?
Yeah, move the motion, please.
Before I said it.
The other one is ruled out because I didn't even hear
You
it.
didn't hear it yet?
Yes, so it's ruled out. Because I gave you the floor under notices of motions. So I will only accept your notice of a motion.
It's very rude to say we have only one suit. You are mocking us for being poor. Honorable Speaker, I hereby move without notice that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Elvis Lizazi from the 23rd to the 27th of June 2026 due to illness of a close family member in terms of Rule 124H, read with Rule 76(1)B of the Standing Rules, Orders, and Internal Arrangements. I so move.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Member.
Please tell the member to withdraw.
Honorable Member, table the motion. I thought that wasn't it tabled?
Speaker?
Yes, honorable members, we have a time limit for motions, because I don't want, when I say time is up, then they say Speaker, they refuse to allow people to move motions. Yeah, okay, can I please just allow this? There are two more people, then Honorable Venani can make the point. Yeah, Honorable Hengombe.
Honorable Speaker, I hereby move without notice that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Nelson Kalangula from 23 to 27 June 2026 while attending to private matters in terms of Rule 124H, read with Rule 72(1)E of the Standing Rules, Orders, and Internal Arrangements. I so move.
Please table the motion. Yes, Honorable Mulunga.
Honorable Speaker, I hereby move without notice that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Almas Amkoto from the 23rd to the 27th of June 2026 while attending to urgent private matters in terms of Rule 124H, read together with Rule 76(1)B of the standing rules, orders, and internal arrangements. I so move.
Yes, please table the motion. Yes, Honorable Venan.
On a point of privilege, and I didn't want to belabor this issue, but are you noticing that 4 of the last motions that were presented here could have been ventilated the very same way that she moved the motion? That's how we are wasting time. 1. 2, Speaker, the President was correct, Her Excellency the President Netumbo Ndaitwah, when she said this is just a parliament of not making laws. She was correct, and she was correct in this instance. When we have an agenda point, we have motions, we have bills, we have questions, we have notices. The table office together with the speakership must arrange the order paper in such a way that we must be able to ventilate all matters that are put on the order paper. You can't argue and say, because people are bringing motions to the House and there are too many, we can do nothing about it. You must say, 1 hour we spend on bills, 1 hour we spend on motions, 1 hour we spend on this, so that we can be able to ventilate the issue. To say that members are complaining, no, it's not true. How can we not cooperate with them? Listen very carefully.
Don't argue with people, just put your point, please. Yeah. Just put your point.
The assumption that we do not cooperate with the Speaker is flawed, because the Speaker has made a ruling that we can only ask 1 question per person, and we have complied, and we know it's wrong. So we are complying with what the Speaker is ruling.
It's not wrong.
It's true, it's wrong.
You see,
You have been a member of Parliament in this House. There was never a time that you asked 1 question in this House.
Okay, thank you. You have made your point. Take your seat now.
Now, when I take my seat,
take your seat and you are wrong. You are
you have a very beautiful scarf, I must say.
You see, we even have time to spend on that one.
That there is something that I can do. Oh, you are correct. All of us. Hi, Machigochi Puratini to Kamuch.
Yes.
Oh, this Royal Highness is also bullying.
Honorable member, you have made your point.
Okay, I have made my point. So from tomorrow onwards, Speaker, call your Speaker, your table office, call yourself to order and the Deputy Speaker, put an agenda so that we start ventilating the issue.
Honorable member, thank you.
I appeal to you, Ngero.
Thank you, honorable member. I have done that, and the honorable members insist, look at what he's doing. That is where we spend most of our time. Point of procedure, point of order, point of privilege, accusing Speaker of all sorts of things for a whole hour. Yeah. Especially Honorable Likando there. Yeah, honorable members, now ministerial statements. None. Reports from the Committee of the Whole Assembly and consequential proceedings. Now, the first notice of a motion is the one by the Right Honorable Prime Minister. Does the Right Honorable Prime Minister move the motion? But just 1 moment, Honorable Prime Minister. Front desk, please take a seat. Here, I'm faced with a dilemma because we had a member on the floor to motivate a notice of a motion. No, please don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. This is what we are talking about. We cannot enforce the rules selectively. Yeah. So there was a member that was on the floor. There was a member that was on the floor when we rose on automatic adjournment. And according to the rules, once we have gone through the routine of the day, we are supposed to go to the matter that was under discussions. Isn't that so? I'm just looking at the front desk there, the legal people. Yeah, because if we have to put that item that was on the table at the time of adjournment just anywhere else, then how do we interpret the rule that deals with that? Yeah, just one. Yes, honorable members. Yes, in terms of the rule, a matter that was under consideration at the time that the House rose on automatic adjournment is supposed to, when we come to the sort of issues that it relates to be the first one to be considered. Yeah? Yes, it is supposed to be the first one to be considered. So the correct approach would be for Honorable Shifeta to continue. Yes, from where yeah, honorable members, let me just tell you this. I want to give you the floor, but I please want the members to understand that according to the rules, when the presiding officer is making a ruling, you don't say no, and start talking. You wait for the presiding officer to finish, and then you can ask for the floor, to either ask for an explanation or to make a point of order. I just want to point that one out. Yes, Honorable Ampanda.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Clearly we have a problem. Yeah, so Honorable Speaker, clearly we have a problem. I came prepared. I adjourned the debate to today on the auditor's bill. I'm placed at number 7, but the record knows very well that today is the day I am supposed to do that. That's one. Number 2.
Where are you placed, number 7?
On the order of the day. By the way, that's one. By the way, that matter is number 1 on the order of the day.
How?
When you look at order of the day, it's there. When you come to the order, this is the first one. That's number 2. Number 3.
Where is the order of the day that says it's number 1?
The blue one?
No, there's... Yes, but we are not yet there.
Yes, that's why I'm saying, Speaker. How do we proceed? We proceed with the order paper being prepared. The order paper has been prepared. We are certainly not happy about it. I'm certainly not, I'm directly affected as a member having adjourned the debate to today. But we accept it. Somebody prepared this order paper in the way that it is. So, that's one. Number 2, Speaker, I remember when the Honorable, the Prime Minister of India came. I was the one who was debating on the motion of that has to do with the soldiers that was presented. Yeah? So, but we were told, and then it's that automatic adjournment, we were told that somebody has the power to organize an order paper. And we just abide by that. Somebody have produced this order paper, and they told us that the first notice of motion is for the Prime Minister. And we have accepted these things. And also, all those things that are put there, Speaker, all the things that are put there, when we know very well, it's not just about Honorable Shifeta. We are affected. I came there
Okay,
prepared.
honorable
So
member, the point
I'm
of order is
proposing-
supposed to be brief and to the
Yes, so we
Yes.
proceed we follow on our own SWOT. Because it's not just one member who's affected, all of us
Yes.
are affected.
Okay, take your
So
seat
let's
now,
proceed
honorable
with the
member.
order paper as it is.
Honorable member,
Because if
you
we are
have made your
changing,
point. You
we
have
must
made your point. Yeah, let's not debate it because in terms of the rules, you see, I note that members will have different views about the sequencing of items on the agenda. But the rules under, is it one, let me read the rule. The rule under 119 says, the secretary, in consultation with the speaker, may arrange proceedings on the order paper in whatever order the secretary deems fit. On Thursday, and then it goes on. But then there is another rule, that's the first point, to say that the members don't have to agree with the arrangements. That is, the rules that we have adopted gave that power to the secretary in consultation with the presiding officer. But this power, can consider proposals made at the discretion of those that are given the power. Yes, that's what the rules are saying. So if you don't want that discretion to be there, we propose an amendment to the rules and we remove that part. So that's the first part. The second part is to say the rules are also saying when a house rises on automatic adjournment, the matter that was under consideration, when we come to matters of that nature on the order paper, that will be the first one. Not even the secretary can change that one because the secretary must comply with the rules. So, honorable members, I have dealt with that issue. I now call upon Honorable Shifeta. Now we are debating the ruling. Honorable member, Honorable Ampanda, I always say to you colleagues, you can disagree with speaker. No one is saying that you should agree. But the rules lays out a procedure. It becomes a problem when we want to disagree outside of the procedure because we are 104 in this house. If each one of us decide that when I don't agree with Honorable Apanda, I just say no and we stand, then we are not going to be able to do any work here. No, Honorable Member, I have not given you the floor. Let me give the floor to Honorable Speta. No, the order paper must comply with the rules. No, that is not in line with the rules. The presiding officer have made the ruling, contest it, honorable members. Now, Honorable Shifeta, can you please take the floor? I have the floor now. Honorable Shifeta, just Honorable member, yeah, can you now take a seat for now and then you will ask for the floor and then I can, honorable member, Honorable Shifeta, are you listening to the presiding officer or to Honorable Angura? Honorable Speaker? No, nothing. Honorable Shifeta, go on.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members,
I will just take your seat.
The Electoral Commission of Namibia is established under Article 94B of the Constitution of the Republic of Namibia.
Honorable members, please take Section 2. Honorable member, I have given
of the Electoral Act number 5 of 2014 with the objection to organize, direct, supervise, manage, and control the conduct of elections and referenda in a free, fair, independent, credible, transparent, and impartial manner, as well as to strengthen constitutional democracy and to promote democratic election referendum processes. In terms of Section 6, Subsection 1 of the Electoral Act, the Commission shall consist of 5 men appointed by the President with the approval of the National Assembly. The terms of office of 2 commissioners will expire on the 16th September 2026, which will create 2 veterans
not give you a floor
on
because
the
you are out of
Commission.
order. You are disrespectful. You will not get the floor for as long as you are disrespectful. You will not get it. Then you can go.
One will expire.
You will not
on
get
the
the floor.
21st June
You will not get the floor.
2027.
In fact, your
And the
case
rest
is referred to
on
privileges
the
committee.
15 March
Honorable Hangura's case,
2029.
secretariat is referred to. Honorable Hangura's case is referred to
terms of section
for misconduct.
6, subsection 3
misconduct.
of the Electoral Act.
Honorable Ampanda, Honorable Ampanda, Honorable Ampanda, Honorable Ampanda. No, Honorable Ampanda. You are out of order. You are out of order. Honorable member, you are out of order. You are out of order, and you will also be to the committee. You will be summoned to the committee. Please take your seat. Take your seat and complain. You can complain.
Any person who complies with the qualifications and the criteria as set out in section 7 of the Electoral Act to apply in writing to appoint him as a member of the Electoral Commission of Namibia. These advertisements were placed in the Government Gazette number 137 of 27 April 2026.
Complain and
as well as Namibian and the Republican newspapers of Monday 27 April 2026 with the
Honorable
closing date
Ampanda. Honorable Ampanda. Honorable Ampanda. Honorable Ampanda. Okay, now Honorable Ampanda.
in terms of the section, terms of section 6.
No, please take your seat. Honorable
Subsection
member.
5 for the Electoral
Now,
Act. The Secretary of the National Assembly.
Now, Honorable Shifeta, Honorable Shifeta, I now like to invoke Rule 102 in respect of a grave disorder in the House caused by ARMPs, Honorable Ampanda, Honorable Haikola, Honorable Shitana, Honorable Hangula, and Honorable Karola. And the matter is referred to the Privileges Committee. It is given to the Privileges Committee, Honorable Member. Yeah. So please take your seat, Honorable Member. Yeah, your case is referred to the Disciplinary Committee, to the Privileges Committee. Yeah. Because you can't stand at the same time, you are now causing disorder in the House. Yeah, you are out of order. Now your case is referred to the. Please take your seat. Please take your seat. Honorable member, take your seat. Honorable member. Honorable, no. Sit down. Honorable member. That would be a misconduct. That would be a misconduct. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. You sit down. Sit down. Honorable member, sit down. Honorable member, sit down. Your case is referred to privileges. You can raise your concern there at the Privileges Committee. It's referred. Yeah, sit down. Honorable member, sit down. Yeah. Okay. Honorable member, take your seat.
Speaker, they continue.
Are you done? Honorable members, take your seat.
In terms of section 6, subsection 5 of the Electoral Act, Secretary of the National Assembly must convene a meeting
Honorable members
of the Selection Committee.
The House, Honorable Shifeta. What are you?
No, you can't. Just take the record. Take the record. We can't do that. Let's go. We need to go. You can't say
We cannot adjourn the House every time people say to
That's how it works.
Yeah.
The House is adjourned for 5 minutes, please. Yes, yeah. Yes. Yes, we may please take our seats. Yes, we have now, is it 5 minutes to go? We have 5 minutes to go before knock-off time. It has not been possible for us to meet each other on this matter. So on the basis of the rule that says that where there is grave disorder in the House, the presiding officer may suspend the sitting or call for a break. We had a break, but like I said, we have 5 minutes to go. We can't achieve anything, so we rise until tomorrow at 2:30. As I have indicated, the members are free to raise their concerns. Let us follow those channels. Let us discuss those issues so that it's possible for us to have an engagement that does not get in the way of the proceeding of the House. So the House is adjourned until tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, Honorable Member, we can consult. Yeah.